Body triggering it, and we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the March 16, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy. Nice as in the word saint spelled backwards. And today, we don't have First Lady again, but we have the lovely Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays at 9 p.m. We got infamous El-Poo, producer and star of Spin That Back, 10:30 a.m. every Saturday. And we got Brother Charles X, our Minister of Information. Now we got Brother Floyd X in the ether, so he's in here. But let's get it off. Let's get it cracking. So what's going on with you, Brother Walk?
Oh, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Lady J. She's not here. She's doing a memorial for her dad who passed a few years ago. So we salute our sister, the First Lady of the show. And rest in peace to her father. That's heavy. Yes.
That's what's up. Brother Charles, looking dapper. I see that, you've inspired some people on the show, but what's going on with you, brother?
Oh, bro, I'm just a reflection on my brothers. And, I also want to send my condolences to Lady J and her family. And I wish she was here for some of these topics that we're dealing with. Having that diversity would have been great. But I understand that there's more important things to do, today. But again, condolences to her and the family.
Amen to that. El-Poo, what it do?
Yes, sir. Blessed and happy to be here once again, as always.
Yeah, boy.
All right, let's get with the get then. I guess so. I'm gonna be taking over the reading thing. So what do we got first up in the news? It's going to be R.I.P. Boss. So Lachelle Laws, better known as the pioneering gangster rapper Boss, died Monday, March 11 from kidney failure. She was 54. Despite being born and raised in Detroit, Laws became best known as part of the West Coast gangster rap scene in the early 90s. She was signed to, I believe it was Def Jam West. Anybody got something to say about this sister?
I don't think it was Def Jam West. I think it was just Def Jam, though, bro.
Def Jam. Yeah.
Just
the thing, but a lot of people thought she was from the West Coast. She was from Detroit. She made a lot of money and did a lot of things out here on the West Coast. And the thing that caught about her was it was like they exposed her for being like a good girl, but because she would rap so much gangster shit. They put an article about her, and I forgot what paper it was.
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal. Like she's really a good kid, and she talking all this gangster stuff. But guess what? That's a lot of these rappers, and that was a lot of these rappers back then. See, people was really believing, oh, yeah, this is a gangster. I shot and killed everybody on the block, but I'm free from jail. Come on. She was just an entertainer. Our sister, she had kidney failure. She was fighting this battle for years. And that's why we really didn't see her that much as far as making music. She had a radio show in Houston for like 5 years, and then she got sick and, eventually succumbed. She was 54, I think.
54.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's very close to me. So again, we got to be careful and cognizant and thinking about our health, what we do. Some stuff happens to us and it just happens to us. But to the extent that we can prevent something or give ourselves our best chance, we got to do that. Running out of time.
Yeah. It's the whole thing that when she got exposed, Def Jam dropped her. And nobody else picked her up after that. So
yeah. So that was an impactful article. What's going on with you, Brother Floyd X?
I just want to say I don't. It's sad to know that they Def Jam dropped it, but I know one of my favorite song with the Boss was the one she did with Spice One called "Ring the Alarm G," or 187 was.
He wrote 187. He wrote
from the ball.
You're having a Jesus take the wheel situation. You're kind of breaking up, brother.
Cut him.
That's all right.
But here's talking about the song was called when it was 187. He wrote "Ring the Alarm, G." Don't ring the alarm, G. Ring the, yeah, I remember that song. That's 93. All right, let's move on.
Hard.
So what we got up next in the news? Dr. Dre. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has announced that music producer Andre Young, better known as Dr. Dre, will be receiving a coveted star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. On March 19th, the former NWA group member will be bestowed with the 2,775th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Salute to Dr. Dre. What you got to say about this, Brother Walt?
It's a great thing, you know. Dr. Dre should probably had a star 10, 15 years ago. Ryan Seacrest got a star on the Walk of Fame. But we know it's politics, and you have to petition for it. You have to agree to it, too, as well. So salute to Dr. Dre. Who knew? World-class record crew. Dr. Dre would be on the Walk of Fame and all this prestige from all these years later. Salute to that, brother.
And you know, Big Boy is going to be the MC, and Snoop Dogg and Jimmy Iovine are going to, or Iovine, I always mess up how his name is, but I'm going to be speaking for it. But yeah, so it's going to be
Iovine. You might be right, Iovine.
So it's going to be at 6840 Hollywood Boulevard in front of Jimmy Kimmel Studios, in case, you know, anybody wants to crash or show some support. Is that all we got to say about? You got something to say? You about to say something, El Poo?
Yeah, salute to the brother, man. It's well overdue. And since you said the NWA star just wanted to correct the record, not correct the record, just set the record straight. His career started with the Wrecking Crew and as a DJ. So, you know, he's been in the game for damn near 40 years. So salute to the brother.
Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre.
Yep, surgery. When them dudes was wearing all that effeminate stuff, you know, but you know, say it's just performance. It's just performance. But what else we got in the news, Brother El Poo? Shay makes big bank. Now he made a pretty big statement there, saying that he made more money off that Cat Williams interview than he did any year in the NFL, which is kind of like a big deal. I mean, just think about that. You know, this internet is a big boom for some people, and I know they got that TikTok thing that's taking away people's money, but you know, there's something to be had out here. So you got something to say about this, Brother Charles X? I know that we keeping you a little silent.
Oh no, it's all good, brother. But yeah, just to put context on it, his biggest year was in 2000 when he signed with the Baltimore Ravens. He made $5 million that year. And so when he was talking with Ocho Cinco during the Nightcap podcast, who's his co-host, you know, he said that if you think I made 500,000, 3x it. If you think I made $1 million, 3x it. If you think I made $2 million, 3x it. So we know he made at least $6 million, you know, from that particular stream. So, you know, hats off to him. You know, it was a great stream, and I'm not sure what his competition, if you will, did. Joe Rogan, who had Cat on there as well, but you know, surely, you know, it had to be a nice check as well.
Yeah, I mean that they said that internet broke the internet, so you know that interview was big time. I mean, we did a big thing on it, so that was for real. You got something to say about this, Brother Walt?
Well, I mean, there you go. You just get somebody on your show and tell 40% truth, because that's what I think Cat Williams did. I don't believe everybody was just hook, line, and sinker. Everything he said was true. It's a lot of that stuff that was debunked right away. But salute to Shay, baby.
And I want to salute to you, brother, because you called it from the beginning. You were like, I ain't buying into all that, and most people just bought into it like this dude was speaking the gospel. But you got something to say about this, Brother El Poo?
Yeah, salute to the brother. If he made all that money, that's a good thing. That's all I got to say. You know, I want to see brothers win, so it is what it is.
Yeah, and I don't like bringing up that Ravens thing, because that Ravens year they knocked out my Titans and ended up winning the championship. So, you know, I try to forget the brother. But what we got up next in the news? Infamous El Poo. Nature. All right, this Nature Boy dude. So, oh man, I'm gonna pronounce his name all type of crazy. Elahio Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, has been accused of leading an Atlanta-based cult called Carbonation. Former followers of the group have alleged Bishop committed acts of rape, false imprisonment, and other lewd acts against women. Yo, I mean, I read up on this dude, and it's sad that this cycle keeps going on. Everybody has their sort of generation of that person. My generation was Dr. York, who ultimately went by the name Imam Issa. And Imam Issa put a lot of good information out there, but there was a lot of extra religious culty information, and ultimately he fell off the deep end, and he's in jail for that very same thing. Young people very impressionable. YouTube has kind of created that situation where everybody has a voice to just say any old conspiracy, any old belief, any old spirituality thing, and people just gonna run to you. So it's a situation where it's sad. You got to be connected to your people. You can't just buy into what someone says on the internet and go running with them. You do your due diligence and look out for your people. Don't just let them go into stuff. I understand people, individuals, they're gonna do what they think, but it's sad that this thing got to where it got to. It's probably a good thing that this brother is in jail, but who knows what they're going to do with his movement. So his movement is called Carbonation. You know about this, Brother Walker. This actually happened a little bit a while ago, but you're on top of this.
Yeah, he just got sentenced. But here's the thing. It's like, I remember I was downtown Lancaster, which is not that big. And it was at night. I seen a young lady with her boyfriend sleeping like on a park bench. So obviously she's following this dude. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes people just follow people because they don't really have a direction to go. And he had a lot of people that he was having sex with, doing crazy stuff with, treating them like dogs. They had to give up their names. They had to give up all their money as well and just live in his encampment. His house, his stuff, and he was brutalizing a lot of women, and a lot of people came forth, and a lot of the stories was collaborated with each other from different time periods. That's why he got convicted of all of this stuff, and so you just gotta, I guess, have guidance. I guess because it's a lot going on out there like that.
Hey, Brother Floyd X, I know you hopped in to tap in to say something. Oh, you just still frozen. My bad. Hey, Brother Charles X. Oh, we still ain't cut it. Hey, that was our fault. You said to do
it. He quick to cut me. Cut him. Cut his ass. His camera ain't work. Cut him.
Brother Charles X, you got some information on this, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial, and that is that, Atlanta is just a cesspit in general, you know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the Fani situation and all that, I'm just saying in general, a lot of people don't understand that the Hollywood in the South is Atlanta. There's a lot of production of film and music that takes place down there. So it's just a lot that's going on, among them being human trafficking. And that's essentially what Nature Boy got lumped up into. He's like the opposite of Andrew Tate, where Andrew Tate's being accused of the lover boy techniques and whatnot. That's landing him in some trouble, out there in Europe. But in this situation right here, just their whole philosophy and premise of nature, nudity, and kindness is being their key beliefs. And if the Black community, were to follow this example, I mean, it just would be, we'll have even more challenges. So I'm not a fan at all. And, I didn't follow the case too much, but I did read up on some of it, and it's really just a shame that this is one of the examples that we have out there.
El Pooh, you got something to say about this?
I really didn't do no research on this. I wasn't up on it, but it just sounds like a sad situation. So I really don't have anything else to say.
I heard what you're saying. I mean, and again,
go ahead.
Funny
how Mr. Charles X said Atlanta's a cesspool. Tyler Perry's out there with the big studio out there, and he made a living dressing as a woman. So that's maybe Charles X. Maybe Charles X. You onto something? Say that for your jokes too, bro. you see, he always get me.
But still, I mean,
give me some stuff going on up in here.
Well, you got the power now, but Atlanta does has that reputation. I mean, they talk about the females out there, may not in fact be females, so be careful. But I mean, isn't that the origin or the source where Freaknik came from? So they got a reputation. It's not. Yeah,
Freaknik was a party, women and men having
that was
fun,
about where it came
hooking
from.
up
Yeah.
college. Yeah, but
naked and doing.
It wasn't no like weirdos. Like, that's a guy. Got me.
Being a guy. I'm just talking about the ultra sexual, ultra just kind of free spirit out there type of stuff. I mean, that was a lot of stuff that's going on. There's going to be a documentary rumored to be dropping on Netflix pretty soon about it anyway. So if you know, you know. But what we got up next in the news?
Is that it? I think that's it for in the news.
Let me check myself. I think we you know what? I stand corrected. I believe you are correct. We want to get into our first topic. Let's talk about what's going on in Haiti. Are you here, boss?
Wait. Before we go there, let me say.
I think I'm back in there. I'm back online.
Before we say, I want to say happy birthday. I had 3 birthdays for my kids this week. My son turned 22 on the 11th. My daughter turned 14. 14 on the 10th. And my son turned 7 2 days ago. But today his birthday. What's up, Isaiah? I will see you in a minute, son.
Salute to you, brother. Salute to the family. That's awesome. It's nice to be clustered like that. But brother,
I'm broke.
Hey, be careful. You don't want to you put your card out there and you be like that YouTube lady or whatever. She was sitting there clowning, put a little EBT card and then immediately took stuff off of it. So
all they could do is help me. All they could do is help.
They're gonna add money to it.
Yeah, please.
So is you there, boss man? You want to say something about any of the things? You look kind of frozen to me. So
cut him. Cut him. Yeah, payback. Oh yes.
So let's get on with the first topic. First, we're going to talk about what's going on in Haiti. Now, let me see if he gave me something on this. I don't think I have anything on this. I know, Brother Charles X, you stay with the information. You want to set the table for us, or there you go. Brother Charles X, you hear me? Okay.
No, I'm still here. Yes, sir, brother. I mean, so we're talking about Jimmy, a barbecue, Cherizier, I think is how you say his name. Am I saying that right?
Cherizier.
Cherizier. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I haven't. I've been doing more reading on the subject than I have watching any type of news coverage or media coverage. So some of the names that maybe I might not get correct. So I apologize in advance for that. But in general, the brother, he's a former police officer, they say gangs rule the vast swaths of Port-au-Prince, but to say gangs is not really a fair label because they're really paramilitary forces. Many of them are former military and former police officers that are heavily armed, but there are definitely some younger, generations, of individuals that, that he has influence over, but many of different groups that came together, they call themselves now Viv and Ansanim, ANSANM, which essentially means live together, and they're all calling for the resignations of the unelected Prime Minister Ariel Henry, or Honore, maybe they pronounce it that way. But Ariel Honore will say was appointed Prime Minister after 2021 assassination of the president, former president there, Moise. But he is currently stranded in the country after a trip to Kenya, seeking where we're seeking UN-backed security force to help him maintain power. But the destabilization of this whole region, I got to remind people, was caused by the Sith. And for those that saw our webcast a couple Sundays ago, understand what I'm talking about. I'm saying the U.S. government. It was back in 2004 that U.S. President George Bush Jr. and General Colin Powell, came in, and they had help from France, Canada. They got together, backed a coup d'état against the democratically elected president Jean Aristide. And U.S. Marines flew into his home, put him on a plane with the security officials, his wife, aides, and flew them to the Central African Republic. Just straight, kidnapped them, and took them to Africa, literally. So how white folks say go back to Africa when they trying to clown you, literally, that's exactly what happened, under George Bush and of course his general at the time, Colin Powell. But it's just a lot that's going on out there. Unfortunately, we had even congressmen like John Conyers, part of the Black Caucus back then, who was saying that there was voter irregularities that occurred there in Haiti, at the time. And man, hopefully, I wish we had our brother Yusuf in the chat, teeing off right now, because there are a lot of natural resources that essentially, were being targeted in Haiti, which was playing a large role, in this particular, coup d'etat that took place. And I want to go ahead and let someone else speak before I get into the history.
Yeah, let's go. Walk. You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, it's like very chaos, it's total chaos. But then right up the street, which is Dominican Republic, it's not all that going on. So of course it's the capitals, it's the leadership that's what's in play. And America got their hand in that as well. That's why it's so chaotic. But it's all about survival. That's why these people are coming together. They're like, people are starving to death. People are like dying. You're looking at, maybe this might be my aunt laying here dying. So sometimes people come together because barbecue is not the only gang leader. It's a lot of different factions in the different regions where they take over stuff. They're like, we got to eat. We got to get stuff together, and people follow them. So it's just a big mess over there, but they do have resources and they have stuff that they can do, but it's not being done. And then you got the president. What are he doing? Take the trips, bro. His people starving out here. You in Puerto Rico and having fun. They got him up out of there. It's a crazy situation. I'm glad I'm not over there, but Joe, those are our people as well over there. It's chaotic. And you hear this too. People who come to America from Haiti, they be like, I'm not going back here. That's how terrible it is. So salute to barbecue, man. People are following him. They ain't following him for no reason, bro.
So Brother Yusuf, he said, I received info that they're not eating each other. They have a minerals that's worth $1 billion a ton, and the people of Haiti fighting to get those resources. So
that's exactly right.
So, there's always more going on than we know. We do know that it's chaotic. It's my understanding that the guy that they really want to get out here has already agreed to step down. Is that not the case? Yeah. So
he was in Puerto Rico.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Hey man, I want to chime in on this. Hey man, I know that at the bottom of all this is the U.S. government, like the brother Charles was saying. He called it the Sith, but the U.S. government is deeply involved. And when I was doing my research, they say this has been spiraling down since 2004 when they did remove the prime minister against his will, and then just told the media that he resigned, and it wasn't true, and he's still alive, and I'm not sure where he's at today. Oh, he's in South Africa right now.
Yes, sir.
A college professor or something like that. But he was kicked out, and then it moves up to the later years when they assassinated the prime minister at this time. And now I believe it was the U.S. involved again, because the 4 of the people that was charged in that are here, extradited to America to be convicted. And so they're under American authority right now. And we don't know what the trial is or what the punishment is going to be. They might just be let go, just like they always do. They round them up and then they just let them go with them. Don't tell us nothing. So it's the U.S. involvement 100%. I believe that. And it's proven over and over again, time and time again. If you look at NPR, that's where you'll get closest to the truth, in my opinion. And it's a lot of information out there, but I'm gonna stop right here so everybody can chime in.
So it sounds like Noriega all again.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. So
if I could add something real quick, if no one else has anything to say at the moment, and that is that the mineral that the brother was talking about, Brother Yusuf, on the chat, is called iridium. And back in 2021, I'm not sure what it's going for now, but back then it was going for $45 billion a ton. And it's iridium is this corrosion resistant metal, the most highly corrosion resistant metal known to man. And like iron, and most of it comes from space and form of asteroids. But Haiti has the largest deposit of this particular mineral, and so it's definitely
vibranium. But still, yes, no, I hear what you're saying. But
say again, brother.
I said it's vibranium. But yeah,
right. And then the last point I just wanted to make real quick, so we go and transition, unless anyone has anything else to say. But Haiti was the first country ever founded entirely by formerly enslaved Black people, the second country to defeat Europeans for freedom, and the first country to abolish slavery in the Western Hemisphere. And for this, America, France, and other nations have not forgave them, for that. But Americans owe America in general owes Haiti and Haitians like it's something major, because were it not for them defeating France, then America was never would have acquired the Louisiana Purchase, which was a big landmass that was owned by the French, but they could no longer maintain it because of not having a presence in this hemisphere. So there's it's a lot of injustice that's going here, is what I'm trying to say.
El Poo, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, I just wanted to concur with Brother Charles X just said. Because they did that, they will forever be punished as long as these powers that be are in charge. So it is what it is.
That's what's up. So, brother Boss Man, is you still there? I muted you because
I know because the echo. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm here, but I don't have nothing to add. Brother Charles pretty covered it pretty well, so I have nothing else to add to it.
Hey, so you want to go to the commercials? I probably should have started off with the Fani thing, so I apologize for not doing that. But we can come back to it after the break, unless you want to just go straight into it.
We could jump to the commercials.
Here we go. And I guess someone's going to jump us to there.
For all of your trucking needs, call La Brea Trucking, cross-country delivery.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. So shout out to Sister Sinija. What you got to say, Brother Walk? You muted.
I want to say my baby mama yesterday, because we was getting ready for the party. She was like, "Wow, your skin is looking." I'm like, "It's that black honey." Quit playing. I'm telling her we advertise this every week. Log on, get it right, girl. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Salute.
Next commercial.
Support my brother Tracy at the Crowder Neighborhood Market at the Florence Square. You can also go down there and check out the Digital Cafe. They got a special event going on today from 2:30 to 5:30, I believe, or 3:30 to 5:30, somewhere around there, where they're going to have a sister singing salute or paying ode to the Lady Blues singer. So go and check them out.
You said a digital cafe?
Yeah, it's called the Digital Cafe. And I'm assuming it's like a kind of like a Starbucks. I haven't been there yet, but I was planning on going today for the first time to check it out. And she's gonna be performing at 2:30 today.
That's dope.
Yes, sir. Hit up the Score Bar and Lounge. You can watch the games over there. I know football season is over, but they still got some basketball games jumping off. Go check them out.
I'm coming up there. I'm coming up there for the first time. We going for the Canelo fight. Canelo is fighting on May. He's fighting Mugabe. I forgot the dude's name. It's a young Mexican fighter around Cinco de Mayo. I'll be up there. We're gonna watch it at the bar. You with it, Floyd X? What we doing?
Yep, I'll be there. I'm with that.
Yes, sir. Me, Mandingo Warrior. Yo, Sex Talk with a Walk. Every Thursday, 9 p.m. Numbers is going up. Salute. Let's do it. Let's get it. Just the Focus Up Network, baby. Let's get it. We got our show. Spin that back. It's going to be a good show coming out 10:30. We got Sundays.
Saturday at 10:30 a.m. That's going to be coming up after the show. What you got on the plate for us, infamous El Poo, for today?
Actually, yes, sir. I think we're going to be talking about the large professor and the great other producer, Diamond D. We're going to the East Coast this Saturday today. So check us out, 10:30. Like, share, subscribe, tune in.
Salute. That's what's up. So we ready to get with the get. We're going to talk about Miss Fani Willis, this update. So, we had a nice contentious fire discussion about the Fani Willis situation. And we are all
panties. Come on,
we are all in agreement that it was an absolute violation for her to be getting involved with this dude that she hired. She murked up the waters. It was very unprofessional. But some of us had argued that, look, they're going to basically cut away what they need to cut away. She's still going to be on point. She's still going to be. Don't run away from this now. You're going to take this L that we was talking about. Me and Floyd X was telling y'all that she wasn't going to lose. The Fani was going to win. And she won. And it's okay. I'm just saying, sometimes you can't win them all, but she won that one. So that happened. And we support black sisters, we support black men. Don't get me wrong, Brother Charles, like the man's advocate, salute to you, brother. But I mean, at the end of the day, the judge got this 100% correct. He just basically said, look, what you did, you're bringing in the perception of something. We don't have anything to corroborate that you were financially enriched by this, but the bottom line is that, it's bad optics and it was unprofessional. And the way that you was all black sassy in your testimony, that wasn't very professional either. So, the judge was like, look, either you got to come off this case or he got to come off this case, but we need to clean it up. So, that dude immediately, Nathan Wade, tendered his resignation and got out the way because he said, look, this is about the pursuit of justice. We did some good work here and some good work's going to continue to be done. Don't be being so anxious about trying to jump in here. I see your eyeballs and the gears rolling. Just hold it up, Brother Walker. But what I'm saying is that Annie flipped on the side and beat that ass. That's all I got to say. Just still. But no, on real talk, I'm just glad that we can get back to the seriousness of what his issue is Donald Trump. If Donald Trump beats the case, he beats the case, and then salute to that brother. You know what I'm saying? But there's some real merit to this case. That's why it made it through indictment, and that's why he's got he's exposed to some real things. And this is the state stuff, so he ain't gonna be able to make this go away like the federal stuff if he becomes president, which he may very well likely accomplish. You got something to say? You want to add on this, Brother Floyd?
Let me jump in before you jump on it, Walk. Let me just say thank you to the viewers. Y'all got us to 1.5 thousand viewers for last week's show, so y'all must have been very interested in the Fani Willis case. I thought y'all was watching it because I came back last week, so I say it was me. Nice Guy says it was because the meme he made. Mr. Walk says, I forgot what Walk said it was. I think Jay Walk said it was because the joke he made about Fanny's pennies.
Fanny.
And then Brother Charles, I believe Brother Charles think it's because of the Trump support.
Hey, and you know those comments definitely leaned into Walk and Brother Charles X. So you guys were the stars of the show. So you know, salute to you brothers.
That's all that.
No. Salute to everybody that did tune in for the show.
That's what's up. That's right.
Celebrate y'all.
That's right. Thank y'all. 1,500 views, baby. Thank y'all.
All right, look. Wait, all right, let's get to the get. Hold on. This she did her disgustingness, and this is the cesspool of Atlanta. This is what Charles H was talking about earlier. This is the cesspool continues. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah up there. Yeah. She doing the same stuff she accused Young Thug of doing. Young Thug coming home. And that weak ass judge, you know what he did? He just punted the ball. He punted it down the road because he was too scared. He knew he wouldn't get reelected for being judge again in that all-black county like that. So that's all he did. That's all I got to say because I'm disgusted.
Brother Charles X, you got something to follow that with?
Yeah, I want to give definitely a shout out to the viewers last week, and also a shout out to the lead attorney in AV who has been doing an excellent job covering this and as well as other trials. But they've done hours and hours of coverage, and definitely, a lot of my knowledge and understanding of this case has been lifted from their stream. So I definitely say support them as well. But I got to echo what the brother Walk just said, and that is, obviously that this judge, who I got to remind you too, is only 34. I say he's 34 going on 54 because he looked much older, but he's 34 and he's in his first year on the job. And then not only that, but he contributed to Fanny's campaign. But my question is, and it's rhetorical, is how the hell did he even get this post in the first place, prosecuting or being a judge presiding over such a major case, and dealing with Trump, a first year on the job, judge? Okay, yeah. So it doesn't pass the smell test, but clearly if he ruled against Fanny, he would have been labeled the KKK, white supremacist, which these are all terms that, unfortunately are overused today. I make them the equivalent of the term anti-Semite, how that's misused as well. But let me go on and pass the mic, to someone else that wants to address something, because there's plenty to say about this case.
I got one thing to say, brother. Are you voting for Trump?
So as of right now, I'm undecided. If I had to vote, if I really wanted to vote for someone who I would really pick, it would not be him. It would be one of these candidates that is not being promoted. Dr. Shiva. Indian brother, I'm back from the East Coast, but right now I'm undecided. I can tell you who I'm not voting for. And I'm absolutely not voting for, Biden and the Biden administration, but, right now I'm just undecided if I am going to go Trump's way. It still is some factors that I'm still looking for.
Hey, before you say what you're about to say, El Poo, he sound kind of like he sound like Pence talking about he's not going to endorse Trump, but he's not going to fight for Biden. He's not going to vote for no third, and he's just going to keep his vote separate. So you're going to vote for Trump. You're just not going to endorse him. But go ahead. What were you about to say, El Poo?
I asked the man a simple question, and he said this to me.
Don't nobody want to hear that fish this time of morning.
Let me answer that.
Go ahead, Walk.
Can I answer that question? Am I voting for Trump? I said this last year. We did this same show about a year ago. I said, if it's Biden and Trump, them two is the main cast on the ballot, I'm voting for Trump. I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. I'm like that brother. Excuse me, Mr. Charles. I don't like to be too ignorant when the Muslim cast is on here. niggas for Trump.
Walk, you would probably wear one of those shirts.
Oh man, he definitely would. Hey man, he probably got some of them shoes, man. You rocking them goldies right now?
You muted. Why you muted? You muted. Walk, you muted. You muted.
Hey, Walk and Brother Charles X, I love you brothers, but you guys sound kind of like poor sports. You know what I'm saying? It's just that just because this dude made this ruling, it's not a function of him necessarily being scared or trying to be political. I mean, he could have actually believed in his writing and what he said, and he's basically saying that, look, they have a good case. They brought together a good case. They built it up, and that the Georgia's law don't say that, that what they're doing is grounds for disqualifying them. They're saying that, look, there's a look of impropriety, but nothing's been really proven, especially as far as financial enrichment. So he's just saying that, look, there's no grounds, but in order to clean it up and just take it up, one of them's got to go. So I'm just saying that, to me,
Boom.
I think this
That's
judge,
it right there.
Yeah,
one had to go.
Yeah, so
they both had to go. They both had to go. Come on now. She's signing off on this dude making $35,000 a month, and he don't even got no notes. He don't even got no notes. He don't got no, like, this is what I did. Yeah, I just went to go interview a witness. $8,000? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, excuse me for that. Get the fuck out of here with that. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I could go here on horseback on what the brother was saying is that, if someone had to go, then why would it not be the person who's the superior and who should be accountable for everything that's going on in this case? And that's what was so, confusing to me, is why it was Fani not held accountable. But I will give a shout out to the judge, because in reading his statements in terms of the case and whatnot, he had this one hilarious part in there where he was saying that, Fani was in regards to potential jurors in dangerous waters, and she should consider not wading into that any further. You know what I mean? So, the judge has a little sense of humor and whatnot, and all that, but yeah. But yeah, no, like I said, I stand by my statements because, like I said, I'm still confused as to a case of this significance. How did a first-year judge, 34-year-old, get put on this case? What's really going on?
A judge is a judge. A judge is a judge.
Wait a minute. What about the other judge, Judge Cannon? How old is she? How long has she been the judge?
For who's this now?
Judge Cannon. The one looking over the documents case.
The Mar-a-Lago. You're talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Well,
I'm not sure about. On the top of my head, I don't know.
You need to go look that up, bro. It's about the same. It's about the same difference.
Why are y'all questioning the tenure of the judges?
No, I'm not questioning. I'm not questioning none of that.
Yeah, no.
I can tell you why I am.
He's not talking about UP. He's talking about the two brothers, Walk and Brother Charles X. So, Brother Charles X, go ahead, go ahead. Just say what you got to say, Floyd X, because you about to say what I'm about to say.
A judge is a judge is a judge. When they get put in that position, they are able to preside over the court cases. End of story. It don't say, oh, you got to have 5 years to be able to preside over a presidential whatever case. A judge is a judge, right? But they go through all the rigors.
Let me add on to this. You got to understand that there's a judge pool when they decide cases, and there are other judges that already have trials. So a lot of function of what you're doing and stuff as far as your availability. So it's the next person up, and not only that, in California, anybody can basically say, okay, I don't want this judge, like in a civil case or something. Because this is a criminal case, it doesn't quite apply. But I'm just saying that I'm not even going to go there. What I'm going to say is that the bottom line is this is a next person up type situation. They assign them by what you have on your plate versus availability. So that's what it is. And like Floyd X said, the fact that you are qualified to become a judge means that you're qualified to take on whatever case they put before you. They're not really picking and choosing and stuff like that. It's really simple. So, go ahead, Brother Charles.
Well, I get what you're saying, and that's not, like you said, that's not uncommon in terms of next step and whatnot. But again, in a case like this, it's just like with Fani Willis, a pick and weigh. You're gonna come with your best hand, so there could be no confusion as to wherever the verdict is gonna come about. You want to make sure you just dot all your I's and cross your T's. And when it comes to the law and the law profession in general, it's the opposite, to whereas in football, basketball, sports, when you're young, then they give you more, you have more value because of your age. But when it comes to the law, the more older and seasoned you are, the more relevant, the more accolades that you accumulated, and then the more respect you get. You
And
know what I
brother
mean? So
Charles
again,
brother
in this
Charles
case,
X.
against a former president, in the case of this stature, it just seems that putting a first-year judge on the case, it just I'm just confused as to why
see, brother Charles
that
X,
would be the case. But he is qualified.
Hey, brother Charles X, you seem to forget that this is the government. You act like they're the most efficient or the best used. I mean, this is why I kept bringing back to the fact when you're talking about a DA, no offense, but these are the dregs of attorneys. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that work for the public. So the public, the government stuff is never going to be run as the elite private type stuff. So you don't be surprised when government stuff is all crazy as far as who gets assigned what, who gets whatever that the people are tenured people. It's very hard for people to lose their jobs. You got people that are real friendly with each other. The DA, the public defender, the judge, they're all in bed with each other after a fashion. So when you're talking about how these things run, don't be surprised it's not run like a Fortune 500 company.
Right now, I get that part, brother.
Let me address my brother. Real quick. Yeah, my brother says, Floyd, a judge is not a judge. The jails are full of our people with corrupt judicial systems. What if the whole system corrupt? The whole system is corrupt. You don't pick and choose and favoritize, and who we gonna have be the judge over this Trump case? Okay, let's get the Republicans to pick a judge. No, let's get the Democrats. No, they got a system in place, like the brothers say, whatever's on your itinerary or whatever you next up to go. It don't matter you're a 1 year, 20-year judge or whatever. A judge is a judge is a judge, brother Yusuf.
Brother Walk, what you about to say?
No, hey. You saying that like, well, this is just what happens, and people are corrupt. They hang out together. No, these people's lives.
I didn't say they were corrupt. I didn't say they were corrupt.
I said it. Well,
I say that.
But this is egregious. This is disgusting. It is what it is. But this is what I'm saying with the judge. He punted this down the road because he saved his own skin. But they have stuff coming up. The governor just passed a law or something that he should have passed a year ago. He regretted now. Fanny's panties are still under investigation. This situation where they took Nathan Wade off it is smile now, cry later. They ain't done with her. It's gonna be some repercussions for her actions.
I don't doubt that the Republicans are going to make a circus out of it, and
I didn't say nothing about the Republicans.
I'm just telling you that I don't doubt.
Don't piggyback off mine I'm just riding for Republicans.
I'm saying that I don't doubt that there's going to be some extra stuff just because they're going to make a circus of it, just like they do with Hunter Biden. But as far as this case going forward, that's the law of the case. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, and we're going to deal with the merits. I didn't mean to jump in front of you. What was you about to say, Brother Floyd X?
I wanted to salute to the brother Nathan Wade for being a team player. As soon as he heard the verdict, he put in his letter of resignation, stepped down, no fuss, no cuss. That's how a team player goes down.
He got his money already.
Yeah,
good.
Team player. He knew what he saw to play. Okay, I'll go. I'll step aside. Let Fanny do her thing.
And he did a lot of work.
We're running with Brother Ford just said. I mean, he really his only choice was to be, sound like a straight sucker and bitch and moan and complain, you know what I mean, or just take it on the chin, you know what I mean. And so he did the right thing, if you will, But and going back to my brother Nice is just like the Hunter Biden situation. Not only was there smoke, there was fire. This situation over here, there's still at the very least some smoke. So Fanny, she may have one. She may have one, but then you gotta remember. Hold on, let me finish this point real quick, brother. Is that she may have one, but then like I said, it's really a loss because what they were trying to do was get this case taken care of prior to the election, and what's not going to happen is that right off the bat. And she was scorned, very heavily by the judge, citing her tremendous lapse of judgment. Questioning her truthfulness, concerning documents and whatnot, so she didn't come out of this, clean. She had stains all over her dress.
So he was doing his job. He did call her out for what she did wrong. It sounds like that's what you're saying, right?
He punted.
Well, no, like I said,
Nathan Wade.
he rebuked her. He rebuked her. You know what I mean?
Wade.
But in terms of the decision of giving
man.
a choice for a man, for the man and subordinate to leave or for her to go, I mean, just like the welfare system, you know, hell, they tell the sisters, look, you get some money, you know what I mean? We'll take care of you, but you got to get rid of the man. You got to kick him out the house. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so we have a whole history of what sisters do in that situation, you know, so it's not a surprise.
Okay, you do understand that if they were choosing between the two, the impact of her, and especially if they're going to make them reassign the whole to a different county and all this other stuff, there's no question who had to come out, who had to step down.
Which is why it's so puzzling.
Not to mention, this dude allegedly, and I'm going to keep bringing it up because if he did it, it was egregious. He allegedly billed 24 hours in a day. So you're talking about someone who's got some culpability that actually holds up. It would be him. He's the person that had to go.
But who was accountable for that? Who was accountable for that? Fani is the leader. See, if it's a men were held accountable for situations. You know what I mean?
She signed off on it
with us. But when you get these woke females in positions of power, then they could just pass the buck down the road. You know.
Why
so hopefully
do you
get to that topic of woke.
Why,
you know what I mean? Because I want to talk about that myself.
Hey, and who hurt you?
She signed off on it. That's like if I come at you. If I come at you with a bill,
it's not your fault. Hey, Charles, brother Charles X, it's not your fault. It's brother. I'm trying to give you a hug. It's not your fault. You're good. Sorry. Go ahead and walk. I know he's getting upset. Go ahead, walk.
That's Nathan Wade, the fucking gigolo. He got his money. She paid him though. She paid him. It went out with taxpayer dollars. With taxpayer dollars.
Taxpayer dollars did pay him. She did not pay him. She hired him. She brought him onto the team. She wasn't the person to cut his checks, and she hired him because she was someone that she felt could get the job done after it being turned down from two other people. But the bottom line is he put in enough work to build this case enough that it survived the indictment process. You're talking about
all in here.
It survived the indictment process. It's not all in there. There's actual work behind it. And it survived the indictment process with a jury pool that's not just going to be all Biden people. It's going to be this half and the other. And for you to get through the indictment is actually an accomplishment because, you know, that's just how that works. So again, it doesn't mean he's guilty. He's going to get his day in court. And that's what we're really getting to. This is the meat and potatoes. Whether he is actually guilty or not. You guys wanted to bang on the table of whether she was, there was some impropriety there. It was a bad look. There was nothing, it was not proven that she was financially enriched by this. And it didn't even pass the smell test of logic that she would even risk that for the sake of a cold hustle, as my brother Walk said last week. Go ahead, brother Floyd X.
I just want to read the comment of what the brother Yusef said. He said, take color and emotions out of it. Let's deal with truth. I think that's what we're doing here right now, brother. We are dealing with the truth. Right, brother Charles X, brother? Are we dealing with the truth right now?
We're bringing it all. You know what I mean? We're covering it all from the rooter to the tutor, as they used to say.
Yes, sir.
But, I mean, we'll see. Hey, all I got to say is it's not that I'm gloating about the fact that she made it and that this judge, because you don't know where this judge is going to go. He could have been politically pressured to remove it all and everything would have played out like Walk said. And I will say one thing, I'm going to give a concession to you, Walk. I got it wrong. I thought if they took her off the case, you don't want me to give a concession? You want me to give
go ahead, say your thing.
Okay. I thought that if they took her off the case, they would just next up a person into whatever. But they were talking about if they took her off the case, they would pass it to another county. So you called that, you said that right, and you were right in that regard. There was some corrections and retractions. I said $500,000 an hour. I meant to say $500 an hour. I asked you guys when I make those type of mistakes, correct me live, so we don't have that. But again, you guys knew what the gist of it. The bottom line is he was paid $250 an hour. He was a dude that made $500 an hour, and this job he was taking less, but yes, he billed a whole lot, and there's a lot of scrutiny about that, but that has nothing to do with the merits of the case and the big case that he helped put together. So this case is solid.
They did shit.
He did $650,000.
And then a motherfucker. Sorry, bro. Let's move on, man. That's enough with this Fanny's panties and her boyfriend, who she was fucking.
It's okay. I understand
let's
you guys lost.
Free Young Thug. Free Young
Brother
Thug.
Yusuf want to chime in again. Mr. Knife, if we're reading over your, if I was
residing over your case, would you have let them continue to try to convict you without knowing that they committed perjury? It's a law and ethics. So actually, they weren't convicted of perjury, so that didn't happen. But if you're talking about as far as I have no say if I'm being prosecuted, I don't really have a say in who's going to be the district attorney. What I'm going to do is I'm going to defend myself. I don't. It doesn't work like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to defend myself on the merits. I wouldn't hire this dude and be. Well, obviously it's a dude, but I'm just saying if you were to flip the gender of it, I'm just saying I wouldn't have put myself in that position. She made some egregious mistakes, and her mistakes are optics. There's nothing that's been proven as far as real dirt. It's just a bad look. And a bad look is not enough. It's not grounds to throw this case away. You know what was a bad look? Calling up talking about, I need 10,001 more votes. A bad look was creating false electors and sending them out to do this stuff. There's 4 people that already.
Let's talk about that.
That was thrown out.
Let's talk about that.
It's
That's what I'm talking about.
It's not. There's 4 people that already into the guilty plea in this. There's 19 people that were brought into this. 4 people already admitted
plea bargains.
It's still, but do you understand? They're saying that this actually happened. It's true. So I'm just saying that that there is merit to this. There's evidence behind this.
Stop. Let's move on. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah, so what we're gonna move on to? Nothing. All we got is 2 minutes.
We got another topic.
It seems like we're stuck on this topic because we only have a couple minutes. You know what I mean? So the last thing I would say is that what this really came down to was a judge decided that the standard of proof had to be what we would call a preponderance of evidence, in the law. There's 3 standards: beyond a reasonable doubt, that's like 50-50. You know what I mean? It could go either way. Clear and convincing, more like 75%. You feel like the evidence supports whatever conclusions are being made, and the preponderance is saying 12 jurors agreeing with one another, if you will. You know what I mean? So if the standard was a little lower, then as a judge, indicated just as saying, in his ruling, that essentially this could have gone a different way, but it didn't. So here we are, where we're at. But again, Trump, this case will not conclude prior to the election, so that's taking a lot of the energy out of it.
The judge made it very easy. He said, "Any, many, miny, mo." Negroes got to go. And my mama told me you are the one.
So
and
that's
he
what happened.
Gone.
You summed it up exactly. Yeah. See?
He did his job. So it sounds like the judge did his job. Is that what you're saying?
34 years old. I got draws older than him. Come on, bro. He should not have even been on this case trying to decide nothing. This dude, he just had 2 kids. He knew, like, all these black people, and they love Fani. For some reason, look at this crap going on here with Floyd X and whatever his name is up there. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. But I'm saying though, man, come on, man. He was in the pocket. They talked to him before they even started.
Man, y'all some poor sports. Just let's shake it out. Let's just shake it out. You know what I'm saying? And be good about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
pause.
You can't win it all. Fani! But yeah, anyway, so that's just where it is, man. It's just like, look, and again, like I said, we're gonna see how the case holds up because if the case don't hold up, then Trump deserves to win, and that's whatever. But it probably doesn't. So that's what.
Happy birthday to all my kids, and rest in peace to my boy Styles. They're having a memorial today, so I ain't gonna be able to make it. But yeah, we here. What's up? Salute.
Rest in peace to the low.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to talk about, Brother Floyd X. If you don't